Hello friends and neighbors, DK with Mr. V Amps here, and this is kind of an episode of what did DK buy and or what did DK waste money on. As you can see over here, I've got, this is a Cordovox tone generator, which was for your accordion organ thing. That one big cabinet out front is it's got a preamp circuit, but it's mostly organ guts, and then behind it is sitting a 212 speaker cabinet with a power amplifier. And just for good measure, there's another power amplifier and another preamp and organ guts. So it was one of those, I need this about as much as I need the flu, but it was pretty affordable, and I decided to see if we could make something interesting out of it, or at least get some good parts for it. I'm sure there's probably a few of y'all that might be getting angry at me for even considering tearing apart these valuable objects. Well, let's put it this way. Everybody who has them on Reverb always touts about how rare they are, and then tries to get big money for them, and they've been trying to sell them for 10 years. There really just isn't a huge market for these, and the accordions they went with are probably long since in the dust bin. And you know, it's a mess. So we're just going to kind of assess the situation and see what we can do to save something or make something interesting or something. Believe me, if I had any idea where I could get a working accordion and the other things for it, it would probably be cool as heck to have around, but I don't, and I don't know where in the world we're going to get one. So let me snap on a little bit of extra light so you can see what I see. Does that help you any? Anyway, this is our power amp, and we have an on-off switch, and this is a I think it's a 5-pin, or is it a 6-pin? 5-pin XLR that goes over to the tone generator. And then there's an out to like a Leslie speaker, I guess you could get with these for your organ sound, and then this is the in from the other unit. It's got a circuit breaker, auxiliary power jack, and an on-off switch. Okay, looking at the back of our tone generator, microphone in, mic volume, reverb, bass, constant or expression pedal for organ right hand in or out, accordion volume and tones, bass treble, dark, medium, or bright, and organ volume, bass, treble, and dark, medium, or bright. Down over here we have amp out. We have output to auxiliary amp, output to main amp, sustain switch, swell pedal, and power from amp. So that's the XLR cable. And then down in the bin here, we have our accordion, our cable that went to the accordion. That's a pretty massive cable to hook to your accordion. This is a pretty wild ride of a rig. And then, oh, I do have, what is this? I have no idea what this is. Is this a microphone pickup of some sort, maybe? I don't know, but it's in there. Okay. What else? Anything else down there, or is that just a big roll of this thick cable? It appears that it's just a big roll of this thick, dusty cable. So, I suppose we should just turn it on and see if it explodes. Okay, so I plugged in the cord. The electric is plugged in, and the amp to the tone generator thing is plugged in. So we turn it on over at the power amp, and that's going to supply this. And it gives us the big thump, and we've got some hum and some hissy noise. turn down all of our volumes. It seems like this accordion thing, while we get sound, the reverb makes noise. Mic input. It works, but it sounds kind of sick. Organ input. That seems to... Let's see, which is the... This is the organ right hand. The reverb seems to want to work on that. There's something over here that says auxiliary input. I can't tell that that does anything. But obviously we have some dirty pots. Let's see. But organ in seems to work with the reverb. Or does it? It did. So there's something. I did turn this on last night. I mean, the speaker's making a lot of whooshy noises. You can hear it. See if you can hear it and enjoy it over the other noises of the shop. Here we're frying. We're frying some bacon there in the background, and I've got all the volumes on this side turned off. Let me just fiddle with any of these, see if any of these make any difference. Not really. And okay, so I just disconnected the output from the... That was a huge pop, but I disconnected the output from the preamp over to this, and it quieted down a lot. So it sounds like a lot of our noise and sizzle. That's a very lovely loud sound, but apparently a lot of our noise and sizzle is coming from the preamp section. So that tells us something, but there's still a little bit of a ground level hum on this amp by itself. But considering how loud that in-out pop jack was, I'm betting this thing is got plenty of gusto as it is. And by itself, we could probably just tune up the amp and use it as a powered speaker, and maybe put some kind of interface on top of it. And I'm not suggesting it, but you know, some of those like the little guitar modeling boxes, or the little guitar, you know, some kind of stomp box to give you a tone, and then you could just feed the tone straight in there, and I guess we could rock out guitar. I wonder if this would play an acoustic guitar pretty well. It kind of would want to have a volume knob for it. But this thing is always just turned up to the nth degree by itself. So maybe I'd make a little preamp circuit for it. I don't know. So anyway, this is set number 1, and it kinda works. Kinda. Last night I think it started making bacon sizzly noises and then blew the circuit breaker. Okay, so here's the second set. Yeah, I know my microphone stands in the way, but whatever. This set's seen a few more modifications. It does not have the 3-prong grounded cord like the other one did. And this one, when a handle broke off, somebody just went and got a hardware store handle and screwed it on there. So, yay. So, I've got them plugged in. Let's kick the tires here and see what happens. Let's turn down all of our volumes so we don't scare ourselves. Okay, so thump, buzz, usual. Okay, so it was whooshing more than it is now. And still on, I think. That's interesting. I heard organ noise for a moment, and then it seems to have gone away. Let's see if mic input does anything. Oh yeah, there's mic input. See, organ right hand in. This thing, the well, that makes pretty grotesque noise. Let's see if this does anything. Oh, okay. So auxiliary input works on this one. And I think you can hear the organ oscillators. It sounds like the background to a creepy Batman movie. That's lovely. Okay, so that kind of works. That kind of works. That really doesn't work. So there we go. I suppose we can mix and match these. So it seems like this power amp hums less, almost not really. So this is the quieter power amp, and this is the quieter preamp section of things, which that's fine. This one does weird noises when you plug the organ right hand in thing, and makes Batman noises when you turn up the accordion volume knob. I'm sure at one time or another this was a very majestic instrument, but at this point in time it's kind of just technical junk. So I'm kind of thinking about what to do with these. I mean, obviously there's a lot of surgery to be done. This is a big, powerful amp. I think it has two 12-inch speakers in it. We can probably take it apart and look and see, but I don't even know what the wattage is, but I was thinking if this is made to do like organs and stuff, maybe I could do some kind of acoustic amp with it or something. There's a little bit of room up kind of in this area where the power amp isn't, that we could probably get some kind of preamp circuit and kind of make everything into one box. But I don't know. So at this point, go ahead and go down in the comment section and post whatever you think we should consider for this, or what you think we should do with these. I know somebody yelled at me about the other one, you know, that I should have sold it to an accordion geek instead of turning it into the Polka Warrior amplifier that I did. But unfortunately there's a lot more of these amps still floating around that haven't been put in the trash than have the accordions. The accordions are all in pieces parts. If you look on Reverb, you'll find like one working accordion and 10 piles of guts. So most of the stuff unfortunately is just becoming piles of guts, and I would rather this be a useful pile of guts than just something sitting around. So anyway, storm your brain, post some ideas. Please be realistic. I don't want to go absolutely bonkers, and if you're going to tell me all about this design and how I should do it, you better send me a schematic, or it didn't count. Alright, bye.